Sophia, Sophia, and then Holmgren, Holmgren. I do a bunch of different things. I'm a seamstress, I'm a stilt walker, but like a baby stilt walker. Acting and modeling, mainly nude modeling on the side. That's how I make my money. Barely. I'm working on this film called The Grand Paradise, where I, in a cliche way, play the dead wife. And it also kind of requires some of the nude modeling that I do. So far in some of the scenes that we filmed, I pose nude, covered in blood. I've been sewing since I was very young. My great-grandmother taught me. The way I got into Disco Lemonade, which was quite recently, it was a few months ago. They reached out to me and they sat me down and said, okay, show us what you can do. It's basically just been kind of like a production line in a sense. That job is like my main source of income, so I'm there basically all week besides like weekends. Favorite project? So I had a friend that I used to work with a lot. We used to collaborate together on a lot of different subjects and things. Am I allowed to use names? Okay, Anya. We kind of fed off of each other very creatively. We did one where we shot an 8-hour photo shoot over in Jacumba, where we were completely nude and we had an artist draw, I guess I would say, like kind of hieroglyphics all over our bodies, and we even did shibori, rope tying. We did that for 8 hours, and then we all got into my car and we drove to San Diego from Jacumba and we went to a rave. And then did that until like the very early morning. That would probably be one of my favorite memories and one of my favorite little collaborations and performances that I did. What have I been feeling? I mean, my room gives off hippie vibes, but I've been feeling like a slut. That's what I've been feeling like, a slutty hippie. 2 years ago, I was living a whole different kind of life. That's when, I guess you could say, the world ended with COVID. I was living with my ex-boyfriend at the time. I became a little bit more, I guess, focused on what I wanted to do with my life. Make what I do with my life be all about art. Challenges. So this year specifically, literally the day after my birthday, I found out that my boss at my job died, and we were all getting laid off. Just find another job. But then I got unlawfully evicted from my housing the day after I lost my job, so now the 15th. That made me have to emergency drop out of school because finals were like in like a week and a half, I believe, and I couldn't fucking do it. Can I cuss? I couldn't fucking do it. I basically became homeless. Not basically, I did. Where I was sleeping in my car. There was a while where I stayed at a shelter, but it was a 30-day shelter and I was only able to get 2 extensions. I got that job at Disco Lemonade, that stilt job, and so that kind of helped me secure this. That wasn't until October, so from April to October I was homeless, and I would say, yeah, I would say that's the most challenging. Body is in pain. Oh, advice. To anybody who is going through something, I know it can be difficult because a lot of us have pride. It's difficult to reach out sometimes, but it's very important to, because you never know who's out there wanting to help you, and sometimes it literally just takes one person. It literally just takes one person to help you. It doesn't fucking hurt to ask. Because the worst thing that can fucking happen is, yeah, you get told no or people don't understand. Because everyone has their own lives, everyone's dealing with their own shit. So you try not to look at it as abandonment. Try to look at it as, not everyone can help you, but there are some who can. So I'm only 25. I still have, hopefully, more of a life ahead of me. I've learned from this experience, and I'll probably learn more when the next one comes along, I guess. And I'll have more advice for you then. 5 years. I don't usually like to look that far ahead. I like to live in the moment. But I do have goals. Some pressing goals for me at the moment is make more money. And I know that's very like what everyone kind of wants to do because the times that we live in, everyone needs more fucking money. But with the way my life has been, I've lived such an unstable life that be able to provide for myself, have more stable housing, and enter into more things creatively. Like, I definitely want to get more into acting. I want to fund more of my creative ideas through like modeling and creating my own things, maybe even producing my own things. Me being behind the camera instead of the other way around. Because, it's fun being in front of the camera, but I think it would be cool to actualize some of my ideas that I have by being able to control it from behind the camera. So I would say those are my goals. Just being able to be more open creatively through money, because that's the way the world works, unfortunately. If I had it my way, we would live in a Star Trek universe where money doesn't exist. But I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon.